Om Shanti, Madhuban Murli, 2023, October 8. In order to maintain the intoxication of being a child, who is also a master, be the ruler of your mind. Today's Mahabhakya. Today the Father, the Master of the world, is seeing the children everywhere, who are master as well as children. You are children as well as master. He will become the master of the world in the future. But at this time, you are the master all of the Father's treasurer. He will claim the right to the kingdom of the world in the future. But you now have the right to self-sovereignty. This is why you are a child and a master. You are both, are you not? The intoxication of being a child is constantly there. Bap Dada has seen that in the majority of you, the intoxication of having this state of childhood remain either merge or emerge. If you sit in remembrance, even now, what would it be that you remember? Baba. You think Baba or say this word when you are child. This is why you say Baba. What is it? That emerges again and again from the lips of true servers. Baba said this. Baba said that throughout the day, check and see how many times you use the word Baba, Baba in service. However, there are two forms of saying this word Baba. One is to say Baba from the heart, and the other form is of those who say this from their head of knowledge. For those who say Baba from their hearts, there is constantly and easily the visible attainment of happiness and power received from Baba in their hearts. Those who say the word Baba, Baba on the basis of knowledge, because they have good head filled with knowledge, experience happiness at the moment of speaking, and those who hear them also experience happiness at the moment. At that moment, it feels good. But the happiness and power do not both remain in the heart all the time. They sometimes stay and not at other times. Why? Because they do not say Baba from their hearts. Bap Dada saw that everyone has the faith of being a child. But sometimes there is intoxication and sometimes there is not. The majority have the faith that they belong to Baba, that they are the children. However, you are in fact not only children, but children who are also masters. You are double. To be a master means firstly to be a master with the right to self-sovereignty, and secondly to make all of Baba's treasure belong to oneself as one's inheritance. That they are once one. The Father is the master, but He has given them to you because you are the master of the inheritance. Has everyone received the inheritance? Have some received less and other more? How everyone received the same? Or it is that someone received 12 millions and someone else received 100 million. It is not like that, is it? Because the Father treasure are unlimited no matter how many children there may be. The Father's treasure are not going to become sparse by being disturbed. The treasure store is open and full. So why should the Father give anyone less? Since they are all for the children anyway, why should he give more to some and less to others? So firstly, you are master with the right to the father's inheritance, and secondly, master of self-sovereignty. Have you received self-sovereignty? Are you the master of both? It is firm. How long do you move along in the awareness of being a master? You say, self-sovereignty is our birthright. You say this, do you not? Is it the birthright of the Maharati, but only a little of it is yours? Have you received the right to self-sovereignty, full or only little? Stay firm on this. So check that all your organs and working according to your order. All the sense organs are the worker of you children who have claimed the right to self-sovereignty, are they not? They are not the master, are they? You are the master. Is that right? Or is it that the worker become the master and you become the workers? Bap Dada saw that the aspect which makes the children forget the stage of being a master most of all, the which control the king from time to time is the mind. This is why the father has given the mantra Manmana Bhava, not to focus the body on God, Tanmana Bhava, not to focus the wealth on God, the wealth and God, Manmana Bhava, not even to focus the intellect on God, Buddhi Manmana Bhava, but Manmana Bhava, to focus your mind on God. Your mind exerts its one influence. You become influenced by your mind. Just see any little wasteful incident or wasteful atmosphere or wasteful scene. Where is the influence felt fast? There is an influence on your mind and your intellect then cooperate with it. Then if your mind and intellect move in that direction, it creates a sanskar. Even now check yourself. How was my wasteful sanskar created? For example, if a sanskar has been created so that your mind has bad feeling in a second over a little incident, how was that sanskar created? Then you say, I don't want it, I think about it, and yet it happens. This is called being influenced by sanskar. For some, their mind becomes disheartened in no time. They see a little, hear a little, and their minds are disheartened. Then if you ask them what would they say? They say, it's nothing. This is my sanskar. It will be okay. It is my sanskar. But how was it created? The sanskar was created on the basis of the mind and intellect. There are various sanskar which are not Brahmin sanskar. Bap Dada believes that if any of you were asked, who are you? He would say, I am a Brahmakumar and Kumari. Then who are the children of Brahma? Brahmins. However, at the time you are influenced by wasteful sanskar, are you a Brahmakumar? Brahmin? Are you a warrior? Who are you at that time? When you battle with yourself, not this, are you Brahmin or a warrior? Some children say, I do not know why, but my mind has lost its happiness for the last 2 days. Internally, they understand everything, but externally they say, I do not know. However, What are they for those 2 days, Brahmin or warrior? If someone's happiness disappear, is that one a Brahmin's? Or is it that he is sometimes a warrior and sometimes a Brahmin? You all said that you are the master. So what happens at that time? Are you see the master or are you under influence? Bab Dada saw that in particular it is the mind that set the stage of the master. You are the ruler with the right to self-sovereignty and your mind is your minister. Is your mind the master and you are its minister? You are the king, are you not? Your mind is not the king. It is your minister. It cooperates with you. To be constantly the master of your mind is called having the right to self-sovereignty. Otherwise, you have the right sometime and you are dependent at other times. What is the reason for this? Why does transformation not take place? Even though you understand, why are you still influenced by your sanskar? Therefore, first control your mind. You call yourself a king, but the meaning of a king is that he is one who has ruling power. If there is the title king, but there is not any ruling power, what would that condition be? Could his rule continue? It could not. So check to what percentage you have ruling power. There is often a mistake that does not allow you to have victory over your sanskar. It takes a lot of time. You think, from tomorrow I would not this. But when tomorrow comes, tomorrow has made the situation bigger than today. You then say, yesterday the situation was minor, but it has become very big today. Because it is such a big situation, a little mistake happened. I will put it right later. However, this is not in fact hope. It is deception. You think at that time that it is fine. No, give yourself and other this hope for a little while. That it will soon be okay. But you reinforce the habit of deceiving yourself in this way. You do not realize it at that time. But when you are deceived in reality afterwards, you then realize that it was in fact deception. So what is the mistake that you made? Whether you are younger or old, what is it that you say when you correct one another? This is my nature, this is my sanskar. For some, it is that of a bad feeling. For others, it is to step aside. For some, to gossip again and again. For others, to listen to gossip. There are various forms. You know about all of this even more than the father. But Bab Dada is asking you, what which you call my sanskar is it truly mine? Whose is it? Ravan's. So why do you call it mine? You never say it is Ravan's sanskar. You say it is my sanskar. This word my makes you slack in your effort. Why do you hide Ravan's things in yourself? People burn Ravan after killing him. And after burning him, whatever remains is then immersed in water, whereas you have kept it as belonging to you. Therefore, if Ravan's things are there, how can clean sanskar stay together with something that is unclean? Whose rule would it be? Of something unclean, not of that which is clean. The kingdom is unclean because you have carefully kept unclean thing with yourself. Just as you would carefully keep gold or diamond, because there is a battle of the unclean with the clean, you repeatedly become a warrior instead of a Brahmin. What are my sanskar? The father sanskar. In particular, the father sanskar are being the world benefactor, the one with good wishes for all, the one who has good wishes and pure feeling for all. These are my original sanskar. The rest are not mine. Whatever uncleanness you have hidden inside you, it interferes with your becoming completely clean. This is what you wish to become. You have the aim, but in practice it becomes different. The majority of you has the thought. Many have had the thought and have also written that during the diamond jubilee, they must become a diamond like the father. Is this your thought, or do you want to think about it more? If you want to think more about it, then think about it. But the number will be toward the end. It has been said, each of you receives to the extent that you do. It is not that each of you receives to the extent that you think. You have very good thoughts. Bap Dada is happy reading them or listening to them. However, Ravan's things that you have secretly hidden do not allow you to be the master of your mind. If you keep Ravan's property with yourself in your heart, my habit, my nature, my sanskar, where would the comfort of heart sit? Would he sit on top of Ravan's inheritance? Therefore now, erase them. When you say this word, my, remember that my nature is, even people of the world call the mind a horse and say that it races a great deal, that it races very fast. However, should your mind be racing, you have the strong rein of Srimad. If the reins are right, tight, there can be no upheaval. But what do? Bap Dada sees and smile at how, when you are driving a horse and cart, the reins are in your hands. As you move along, what happens when your mind and intellect holding the reins get distracted by sightseeing? The reins become slack. If the reins become slack, your mind definitely play mischief. So constantly keep the reins of Srimad in your awareness. In any situation, if your mind play mischief, tighten the reins of Srimad. Then nothing will happen and you will reach your destination. Srimad apply for every step, not just for celibacy. Srimad has been given for every action. To move, to eat, to drink, listen, to speak, Srimad apply to everything. Is that not right? For example, if you were gossiping, was that Srimad? If you lost in Srimad, your mind has a chance to play mischief and it then develop that habit. Who instilled that habit? You did that yourself. So first be the ruler of your mind and then check whether the minister is established is one in Khaginto kingdom inside. Nowadays, a separate group is created within a government and they then claim power. They try to assert the present one, so your mind does the same. It even makes your intellect belong to itself. It makes the mouth and the ear belong to it. So check every day. Ask for new. Hey, Minister Mind, what did you do? Did you create any deception internally? It may create an incognito group and make you become the slave instead of the ruler. Do not allow that to happen. Just see. In the beginning, Father Brahma used to hold a court every day in which he would ask for news of the cooperative companion. In the beginning, this was Father Brahma's timetable every day. You have heard about this, haven't you? Father Brahma also made this effort. He paid attention to this, and so he was able to become one with the right to self-sovereignty and together the right to the kingdom of the world. Father Shiva is incorporeal, but Father Brahma made effort like you do throughout his life and attain his reward. Therefore, follow Father Brahma. This mind is very mischievous and very quick. It can take you on a journey through all foreign lands in a second. So what did you hear? The child and the master. Do not just be happy that you have become a child, that you have received the inheritance. This is because if you do not become a master of the inheritance, what is the purpose of being a child? The significance of being a child is to be a master too. Also be the master of your self-sovereignty. Do not be happy just seeing the inheritance, but claim your right to self-sovereignty. The eyes are just teeny point, but even they deceive you. It is when you are not their master that you are deceived. Bap Dada wishes to see all of you children as ruler with the right to self-sovereignty. Those with the right will not be dependent. Do you understand? What will you become? The child and the master. Leave Ravan's thing behind here in the hall. This is a place of tapasya. Tapasya is described as fire. They will finish in the fire. Bap Dada has seen that some children still have love for Ravan. Do you have love? You do not want it with your heart, but it is still there. Now finish it. What will you teach do? Will you leave it behind here or throw it away at the train? If you have had something for 63 births, there must be a little love for it. What will the Pandava do? Will you leave it here or will you leave it down below at Aburod? Leave it here before you go. Are you ready to leave it? Your eyes is very slack. Bap Dada checks different aspects of the children every day. What must be changed has to be checked. Then it can change. Acha, this is an extra chance that has been given. Those who have come for the first time, raise your hands. New one and old one have received this unexpected lottery. A lottery that comes unexpectedly has great importance. Always apply this lottery in your practical actions and move forward. The more you use all of this for yourself and for the task, the more progress you will make. So continue to increase this and never forget this day of the lottery. Remember it constantly. To all the elevated souls everywhere, to the children who become the master and claim a double right, to the fortunate soul who claim the right to constant self-sovereignty and run their own kingdom, To those who move constantly forward in doing service with the method of making Baba Sanskar their one Sanskar. To such elevated server souls who move constantly forward, Bab Dada loves, remembrance and namaste. Blessing. May you be great soul who keeps the blessing of happiness of Brahmin life with you at all time. Details. Happiness is your birthright of Brahmin life, and to be constantly happy is greatness. Those who keep this blessing of happiness with them at all time are great. So never lose your happiness. Problems will come and go, but your happiness should not go, because problems are external situations that have come from other, and they will come and go. Happiness is your one property, and you always keep whatever belongs to you with at all time. So even if you have to leave your body, do not let go of your happiness. When you leave your body in happiness, you will receive a new and beautiful body. Slogan. In order to receive congratulations from Bab Dada's heart, do not look at the many things around you, but remember, busy in doing tireless service. Om Shanti. Sweet Sai Baba. Shukriya, Shukriya, Shukriya. Thank you.